Hey family, welcome to Rooted in Divinity. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. We're gonna get into some ancestor messages today to see what your spirit guides, your past and loved ones, whether you have met them or you haven't, see what they got to say. This message is going to be for Libra. I heard it loud and clear. I also heard Mercury, so that reminded me of the retrograde, Mercury being in retrograde. So something about the planetary alignments could be significant for you. Thank you for all your love. Thank you for being respectful. Thank you for your energy as we intertwine with this transmission. Okay, hopefully, spirit, not even hopefully. Okay, I'm also getting like, cause I said hopefully, and I always say that as in a hope. Hope, I don't know, it just seems so distant because it just means that you hope something happily. What? Okay, Mercury in retrograde, my mouth is mouthing. Okay. Hope just seems to me like something that's far away from you instead of you embodying or knowing that what it is that you want or what it is that you are is who you are. You are who you say you are. Okay. Um you could have had to leave something and you walked into another contract. So this is like leaving a job or leaving something that you felt was once secure because your spirit was calling you to another place. Okay, shout out to Shantris Seba or Sheba. I don't know. It's spelled Shantris Seba. Okay, I got her playing in the background, and I also have High Frequency Guru in the distant background. All right, but let's get into these messages. Thank you all for your love, for real. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions. My messages are intended to find those who need alignment, those who are really, who really want, you know what I'm saying, to ascend. This is not the channel where you get coddled. This is the channel of truth. So if you want to play around or you want to be fed lies, this is not the channel for you. And usually I don't say that. I used to say that a lot when I first began. But I feel like this is the energy that you're embodying right now, or this is something that your ancestors are um, helping you usher in at this time. I did see the 9 of coins. That's what made me distracted. Okay, I'm also getting like somebody in your energy could be distracted by your abundance. Okay, the way you carry yourself, it's like even if you don't have $1,000,000 in your bank account, nobody can really tell. All right, something about the hell that you live in is somebody else's heaven. This is giving me like the energy of like you might feel like you not where you want to be, but somebody else is envious of where you are. All right, give me a second because I think the landscapers are out today, so let me go close this window. I heard fresh air, fresh new energy. Okay, I'm also hearing expect the unexpected. I feel like this is gonna be a good reading for you, Libra. Let's see what's up. I don't post on this channel every day, but I do post on my other channel every day if that's something that you're interested in. The ancestors are showing up. Okay, something about you is very enchanted. Your energy is very alluring. Okay, I'm hearing you make a lot of noise without saying nothing at all. Okay, I feel like there's someone in your energy that's envious of you. And I feel like your ancestors are showing up to let you know to be careful. If this is not just one person, it's something that you're doing well, it's creating some type of resistance in somebody else's life. I don't know, something about you going up, you blowing up, you growing up is shaking somebody up. This could also be a parent as well. It's like they no longer have control over you, over your decisions. I also am picking up too, your ancestors are thanking you for that, right? Because not only do they not have influence over your decisions, you are making moves on your own. Okay, you're not allowing how they feel or what they say to stop or stunt your growth. All right, I'm gonna try to speak over this noise. Okay, that could be very significant. I'm getting the energy of like somebody trying to speak out, talk you. Okay, being the loudest one in the room. Okay, but it makes them look very small. Somebody feels so small to you. All right, and I feel like your ancestors are bringing this up because this is somebody that you hold close or near and dear. All right, I'm also getting the energy of like it's giving me like they are also thanking you for not adopting or realizing the ways in which they like. All right, it's like some type of energy some type of curse, and I don't know why. Like my mouth is so resistant with talking about this, so I definitely feel like somebody don't want you to hear this, or this is an energy of like this energy has been a trait that the family has ran from for a long time, like generations. Something that has been holding like a grip on your generation. You've healed this. I said all that to say there was a curse in your family, a generational curse that you have transmuted. And now whatever that energy is, it works for you. Okay, take the energy how it resonates. You got 2 cards fell. I see the 6 of coins. All right, something is being given to you, gifted to you. You took some type of gamble. Okay, rings could be very significant. I'm also seeing tattoos. I'm also seeing nails, nail art. I'm also seeing nail fungus in the nails. So something about transmuting that energy, healing the fungi. All right, I'm also seeing something being passed down to you, but just like things like diabetes and issues could be passed down to you, greatness could be passed down to you as well. Okay, I'm getting a lot of sudden realizations within this energy. Excuse me. I started this transmission out saying that you were walking away from something, being led by your spirit, being led by your ancestors. Okay, this person got all of their wands. Not, why did I say wands? I was thinking about wands while I'm looking at knives. So the 6 of wands. So recognizing something. Self-recognition is also very significant. I'm also seeing you being recognized in the spiritual realm. Landscaping could be very significant. I'm not sure if this is a company you work for or you're envisioning some type of luxury lifestyle, right? And you seeing all of that, like you seeing your yard being cut, the yard being trimmed. Okay, I'm hearing going from apartment. I'm literally seeing going from sleeping on the ground to an apartment to a townhome to a real home. So it's like upgrading the home could be very significant. Okay, if this isn't like literally upgrades to the home, this could be your body, where your spirit rests, the home of your spirit at this time. Damn. Throat chakra could be very significant. I was about to say solar plexus. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of abundance. I'm hearing you've earned this, Libra. Okay, the heavy energy has now been lifted is what I heard. It's because you walked away from something. It's because you followed your spirit. You followed your gut. You followed your sun. You followed your solar plexus. You are no longer listening to the whispers of projections of other people. You are no longer listening to that demon that has had a hold on your family for a very long time. Okay, something no longer had a hold on you. You could have also learned a lesson in regards to masculine energies, or basically learned a lesson around relationships. Okay, I'm seeing a butterfly in my third eye. Okay, the color purple could be very significant. Royalty, that could be someone's favorite color. Okay, but you are royalty. All right, this woman is in a boat of knives, flowing, going wherever she going, and she have became the master of that. So this is giving me like the master of truth. Okay. Ooh, you got the 2 of baskets. So this is like a soul call, a soul search, and you found your match. This could be the yin and yang within you, or you literally walking into some type of love offering. I'm hearing woven just for you. Like whatever this is that you're walking into, you, it was built. It was in your will. I'm hearing thy will be done. Okay. Something could happen at 10:05 tonight. Something about an initiation or a start, a new beginning. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of speechless, and I feel like this is the energy that you're gonna be in when you meet whoever this person is. I feel like you walking into some type of love offer or offering that comes from the heart. So if this is not like an actual person, this is like a friend or someone who is meant to stay, is what I heard. All right, I'm also hearing harvest. You got the 6 of Swords with the 2 of Cups. Someone's literally walking into some type of heart chakra activation, or whatever you walked away from, you walk right into. I'm just getting like the frequency of love. So whatever that frequency of love brings to you, whatever love looks like to you, and I'm not necessarily talking about love with another person. This is like self-love. I also feel the energy of communing with your ancestors. Yes, as soon as I said that, communing with your ancestors. In the original Rider-Waite deck, the 2 of Swords is somebody whose eyes are blindfolded, and her heart is covered, and she got 2 knives ready for a war, but also listening. It's like she's prepared for something, whether it come or not. It's like preparation. Or it's like you prepared yourself for this, or something about preparing yourself for true love, recognition. What else? I feel like love could have been something that you were challenged with. Like true love, like really understanding what that is. I don't think you have great examples of that in your household. But something about you creating your own family, you creating your own family dynamic, you nurturing. But I feel like this is coming in the physical for you because of all of the spiritual work that you've done. I heard take it. I'm gonna have to read the book for that. But this is Bishop C.H. Mason. So I'm getting some about the church. Religion could be very significant. You could have even walked away from some type of spiritual background. I'm hearing for somebody here specific, you may have felt like whatever religion or whatever this spiritual base that you grew up in, it was kind of holding you back. Or I don't know, you stopped moving with illusion. Okay, and your ancestors are thanking you for that. Because I feel like for a long time, this illusion has had some type of hold on your family, on the bloodline. Okay, I definitely feel the energy of somebody walking away from something that they've done for a long time. This could even be like, I'm hearing eons. Not just the reason why you even reincarnated into this cycle again is because this is a cycle that you dealt with in the past life, even if it wasn't with the same people. So I'm hearing like you're being congratulated for getting over something. All right, I'm also getting something out, like I'm seeing trash being swept up. So you could be cleaning your home, or like I feel like you could have felt like the trash being swept up, or people made you feel this way. Something about a love dynamic that just wasn't right. Okay, I'm hearing them bones, and that is a card in this deck, and it talk about someone getting some type of reading and they can't believe the truth that's being spoke. Okay, I'm also getting something about exploring your power or divination power. Okay, hopefully that noise in the background is not bothering us too much. I'm surprised that I'm even able to channel through this shit for real, because you know what I'm saying. All right, y'all done, bro. Just turn it off. You done, bro. Turn it off. That boy getting closer. All right. Let's move forward. I'm gonna go ahead and look up Bishop. Okay, you got the Two of Coins. We talk about juggling of some sort. I do feel as if somebody could have something about a ritual act or a humiliation ritual. I'm seeing somebody be embarrassed, like I'm hearing embarrassed by their parents. Okay, I'm also seeing like some type of tracker on somebody's car or somebody's phone. Okay, someone could also be questioning their religion. I just picked up on that. I'm going back to it, like juggling back and forth, okay? And then you got this a tsunami of something happening in the background. All right. What is Bishop why when I decide to record Libra's reading do all this noise in the background? I'm so sorry, y'all. I promise. Like, low-key, I just want to stop right here. And because I know something in here going to resonate for somebody if you can get through the background noise. But I'm getting irritated by that shit. Let's just go and read the Bishop. Bishop C. Church, because somebody's could have grew up in a religious household. They parents could have been like the pastor and the first lady type shit. Okay, there was a lot of hidden energy around this. I feel like this is why I keep being brought back to something about religious beliefs, because something that your parents was in or some type of household dynamic that you've been in, because they don't necessarily practice what they preach. I'm getting like the energy of like what they call them, hypocrites. It puts you in a state of shock. Okay, I'm hearing spirituality is the way. Okay, take it how it resonates. I'm not here to convince anybody of what religion or anything they should be repping, but that's just what I'm hearing. Okay, I feel like I don't pass this card. Something telling me to read this. Okay, you got the Gullah Jack, has a nose around his neck, a noose around his neck, but his face is serene. He has a Congo cosmogram as his third eye. What the fuck is a Congo cosmogram? I never heard of that. A prisoner of war in slavery. So I'm getting like you became a prisoner to what you was indoctrinated to think. And you could be moving through this energy. And I feel like at this time your ancestors could be assisting you in that movement. This is not going to be something that's easy because you are trying to decode. What am I trying to say? I'm seeing someone's DNA being unlocked, right? But it was buried under a lot of gunk and a lot of indoctrination, a lot of mental, like somebody beating something in somebody's head. And it's almost as if the bloodline became a slavery to something that disconnected them from their truth. And I feel like you are on this journey of finding your truth, finding your balance. Okay, Bishop, where you at? All right, if I would have went to the table of continents from jump, because that's what they there for, we'd have been found this. So I definitely feel like that's a message for somebody. Page 39. I feel like I'm hearing like it's a long time coming. You were chosen for whatever this is. It says, bro, I can't make this up. This is the Hierophant. This talks about tradition. This talks about even governmental structures, right? You're realizing how even down to your religion, it's almost as if the government, everything is reflecting each other in both micro and macro instances, right? it didn't just start with you. It started with everything around you. Something about you being awakened to the truth. Your truth, the truth around you, what everybody else's truth is. All right, and deciphering and separating from that. I'm also getting like dissecting. I'm seeing like someone on a table and they being dissected. Like I'm getting like human anatomy. Something is changing about you. Okay, this is also giving me like spiritual surgery. Okay, you could have your one foot in and one foot out, because you could be, it's like I'm seeing somebody being held down by what they think is true. But the beauty of having free will is to create your own truth. It's not being tied down to something just because you feel like this is the way. Or if whatever it is that you're doing don't liberate you and make you feel like a god, and it's having you to worship something outside of yourself when you are the reflection. I'm not saying that God don't reign outside of us. What I'm saying is God reigns within as well. You go within to find answers. You go within to find power. Because God is within you. God is within you. That's something that you have to, it's like repetition. You have to hear it over, just like you heard all that all your life. Imagine trying to unlearn that. It's scary. It's a scary thing. Okay, but that doesn't take away from your faith. That doesn't take away from your belief in God. It's just the way that a person may have taught you to believe in God is what's changing. I said all that just to say that. Okay, something about meeting me at the altar. You changing how you talk to God and the way you do things with your relationship with God does not change your heart. It doesn't change your purity. It doesn't change your intention. And that's what we have to understand. We get lost into the somatics of things. We get lost into the construct of things. We get lost into bondage because that's all we know. But the moment that you set yourself free, it's going to feel very liberating, but it's not going to happen overnight. Because I definitely feel like somebody is kind of struggling in that phase of, do I believe this is true? You know, going down the rabbit hole and finding out a lot of things. And the reason why the truth was, led to you, because it was meant to liberate you of some sort. Excuse me. You can still be a part of a community or a religion and do it your own way. You don't got to do it the way that they taught you. I feel like that's the main gist of this message for the most part. Okay, I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna end it here. I'm hearing no. Should I keep going? Okay, I was told to keep going and pull one more card. But it says, so whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin. So with that, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not religious at all, okay? I too have religious, I ain't going to say I got religious trauma. I would say that I've definitely worked through it. That's the reason why I'm able to deliver this message with such detail, because I've been there. I've been in a state where I'm like, damn, this don't feel right to me. I feel caged. I feel like a slave in this. Like, you could have even heard that it was rooted in slavery or something like that. But I'm not taking away from what the magic of the Bible. Sometimes all you got to do is look at something in a different perspective, and it'll liberate you and bring you closer to. It's like using what was meant to divide you and take you away from your spirituality, take you away from God. You looking at it in a different perspective and it bringing you closer. So it's like using the weapon that was formed against you, but it's working for you type shit. I'm also hearing sin is in the eye of the beholder, just like beauty. So whatever you feel is wrong, what you tell yourself is wrong, is what your cells and what your mind hear, right? Narcissist. manifest so easily. Because even in a delusion, they really believe it. When it comes to belief in truth, it's all in your intention, because what might be true to me may not be true to you. And my truth and your truth could also be different from God's truth. What God wants for you. What are you? It's like I'm getting like you finding that God within you, and then the God outside of you helping you create the life that you want. It's like embodying something, knowing that it is within you, dancing with this ethereal spiritual energy, but also allowing the out. I don't know. I don't really know how to express the vision that I'm seeing. I'm literally seeing somebody dance with the wind, but I'm seeing wind within inside of that person, but I'm also seeing wind dance outside of that person. You know what I'm saying? Just because you recognize or you call yourself a God don't mean you can't respect the God that created all of this consciousness, because that's what it is, just divine consciousness. Okay, this card combines Bishop Mason's iconic photo with an interpretation of what his spiritual baptism looked like. He said this about the moment the Holy Spirit visited him. So when he gotten me straight on my feet. So this is what Bishop is saying. When he gotten me straight up on my feet, there came a light which enveloped my entire being above the brightness of the sun. This is literally another interpretation of what I literally just said. When I opened my mouth to say glory, a flame touched my tongue, which ran down me. My language changed, and no word could I speak in my own tongue. So you could be somebody that's bilingual or speaking the same language that you speak, but now it sounds foreign to other people because of some sort of elevation. Okay, it's like I'm intrigued because the way you convey in this message is very intelligent. It's speaking to my spirit, but I'm also afraid because that's not the truth that I was fed type shit. So this could even be you trying to bring the truth to other people, or you had this thing inside of you where you wanted to bring people to the truth, but you can't force. Just like it's hard for you and it was hard for you to unlearn, maybe it was easy. Maybe all it took was one video for you to say, I knew this shit wasn't right. But at the end of the day, it was because you was ready. Not everybody is ready for your truth, because that's what it is. That's what's true to you. You can't shove that down nobody's throat. All you can do is plant the seed and do your part. All right. It says, oh, I was filled with the glory of the Lord. My soul was then satisfied. Mason, the history of life working elder. Okay, I guess that's a book, but even the word Mason is standing out to me because I'm getting some type of coven or some type of cult. Or you could be realizing that religion is literally just a cult. It's another cult. It's another construct of rules. It's another form of something that keeps you stuck and trapped. Unless you can express yourself through this energy, and it makes you feel liberated, then it's just something else to keep you stuck. Look up cult. Look up occult. Cult and occult and see what they is. And look, this is the end, right? We started with this card. This is the first card I channeled. All right, a gamble. Okay, somebody could be feeling like you gambling with your life because you decided to take another leaf. It's your life. It ain't theirs, okay? You weave your own basket and I'll weave my own basket. Mind your business, because if you ain't minding your business, then somebody else minding your business. Meanwhile, shout out to who said that. That shit was so funny. She was like, if I'm minding my business and you minding my business, who minding your business? I don't know. I feel like that's very significant. And then you got Miss Robin. I knew when I put that book up, I was gonna have to put it back out. Okay, You have an ancestor here that was here while you walked this earth, even if you never really met them in your adult life. Or this could be like an ancestor that may have died when you were a child. Take it how it resonates. They want you to visit their grave. Somebody here is calling for you to visit their grave. Okay, and leave them some flowers. All right, this is Mrs. Robin. All right, Miss Robin, where you at? Let me go to the table of contents. So I'm getting like, make sure that you use your wisdom when you're moving. All right, so remember what you've been through. And don't go back there if it brought you strife. If what you choosing is making you feel free, that's the point. That's the point of life, for you to experience and liberate, for you to ascend. Don't allow what your family has always done stop you from doing what you want to do. Because it's your life. It's your life. You got Miss Robin, which is 65. Okay. Somebody could have been born in 65. All right. It says, ooh, Miss Robin is the devil card. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. I'm hearing like the Spirit of God is always there. This is also the card of thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you. It's actually in the position of hopes and fears. I feel like you're doing something that a lot of people are afraid of. Or but you're not allowing your fear to hold you back. This is also somebody like expressing the dark side. I'm not getting dancing with the devil in a bad way, but more so trying to figure out why is it that everybody's afraid of you. This is literally somebody doing shadow work. And I feel like your ancestors are thanking you at this time, because as you're liberating yourself, you're liberating them too. Okay, when you heal 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. Okay. Wow, this was powerful. I feel like somebody here, like, I'm just hearing somebody being condemned to hell. Because you chose what you chose, it's like, but the crazy part is, the person who's judging you, right, whoever, I'm definitely heavily getting parents. But the people who are judging you don't even believe in their own doctrine. They don't even follow these rules. They hypocrites. And I'm hearing I'd rather be free to be a hypocrite. I feel like because of, like I said earlier, the way you see these people move and they in the church is the reason what made you question the church in the first place. Because you realize the motives, right? The money that was being taken. The energy that was being siphoned. How they say that you're not supposed to have an altar to feed your ancestors, and they say that you're not supposed to be doing this and doing that, but the church is just a replica of everything they tell you not to do. Why is there an altar in the church and they tell you to come up to the pulpit, come up to the altar and let out your sins or whatever the fuck? They tell you rituals are bad, but going to church every Sunday is a ritual. Look up the word ritual. It's something that you just do religiously. Okay, and they tell you sacrifices are bad, but you drinking the blood, the wine supposed to represent the blood, and the bread supposed to represent flesh. Ain't that cannibalism? It's kind of like using logic where illusion has gotten away so long. Anyway, beautiful message. Okay, beautiful message. I actually liked conveying this message. My intentions is for this video to find the right person at the right time, in your time, spirit, divine timing. Thank you for the love that I felt throughout this message. Somebody's ancestors really got their back when it comes to this new journey, or this is just like a confirmation to you that you made the right decision. Just keep going. Okay, your money is gonna get better. Your money will get better. But as above, so below. So you right now are on this spiritual journey, and you're trying to find a grounded place within your spirit. Once you get that, what you already have the momentum going, you know, feeling light in your spirit, it's going to translate in the material because it has to reflect itself. Your spirit is just a reflection of you, right? How you feel spiritually is a reflection of how you carry yourself physically and mentally as well. Also throughout your love situations, friendships, dynamics, work, home, space. I don't know why I'm being led to say all of this, but I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for all your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.